Okay, we're live. All right, y'all, it's me, the Indie Comic Books Guy. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe. We're doing something rare. We are doing a live broadcast. I know people are shocked. People are, they're like, what? What's going on? The reason we're doing it is because this man to my left, to my right, Raymond Leonard, is the creator of Agent Solo.
What's going on, everyone?
I was still doing the intro. It's his newest creation.
Oh, I'm hype. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. You're like, my turn. No, Violet Bird's his new creation. We're here to talk about Violet Bird.
Violet Brand?
No, but
Drug test this man.
Violet Bird, his latest creation, which is going to be on Indiegogo March 4th. A lot of people are buzzing about this project. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Mr. Raymond Leonard, how you doing, sir?
Oh, once again, what's going on, everyone? How's it going out there in YouTube world land and in the world of the internet?
They're all like, we're good. Now, let's not act like we're strangers. We've been going. We've been.
I know, right? Well, we acting like we brand new. We be on and off on the phone and on the computer. I'm no stranger.
Exactly. So before we get to Violet Bird, which again, Indiegogo will launch March 4th. So you got a few days.
March 4th. Can't wait.
I know. Save your pennies up. This is going to be an exciting book. Let's talk about how. And I know a lot of people. You tell me all the time. People messaging you. They want to know how to break into the industry. Why do you think people look towards you as like a leader in this indie comic community?
I think they look at me as this leader because I showed them progress throughout my entire life. Like my life on the internet. Like I share my stories of going to work every day, doing a 9-to-5 retail hell that everybody know of. And I walked them through my whole entire life of it. Like I would show them, like I would just in the morning, I'm like, oh, on my way to retail hell today. You got to work at 6 o'clock and 6 to 7 o'clock, and then I was like, well, I'm home now. I'm going to eat dinner now for the draw, then I'm like, I'm drawing this book. They're like, oh, I got to go to work. I don't think I'll be able to make it. I guess, they found that very exciting because a lot of people, everybody work these jobs and stuff. And some people don't have the time to make a comic book because they work at a 9-to-5 as well. But some are married with kids, you know what I mean? Yeah. So they looked at me as just, like this guy that, man, you're inspiration because you never stopped. We followed you throughout your job until you got fired. Because that was like a scenario. Right? It was like my story about how, it was set up like a story. Like I finally got fired from the retail hell job. And I didn't know what I was going to do after that. I know I was going to get my unemployment. But of course, they always fight you for getting unemployment. They want to send you through hell for that. But I got it, you know what I'm saying? But what I did with that, I went to LA. I took the money and went to LA, took my books, me and my brother. And we did good. We sold out all the books we had going to LA. Came back from LA. More good stuff started happening. I started hooking up with names like Rob Liefeld and all these other, Art Blitzer and all these guys. I started becoming friends with everyone during the pandemic. Then that's what I think where everybody really started paying attention to me then because the pandemic was like, everybody, it was just isolated. Nothing was going on. But here I am. I did the Agent Solo 2 campaign in a pandemic, which I was told not to do from, friends and family. You shouldn't do that. It's a pandemic. People ain't got no money, and you shouldn't be releasing those toys. You're gonna be broke. You're playing with a gamble. You don't have no job. Why are you doing this? I mean, I'm just, I'm doing everything everybody told me now, and I was like, and I was sharing online. I was like, well, people saying I shouldn't do this because I don't have no job, which I didn't. It was a pandemic, and it was just a lot, man. and people just really just start seeing me just progress without going to a bigger publisher. I didn't go to Marvel. I didn't do none of this. I didn't join no Facebook publisher. I was just I was just a rebel, man. I was just a rebel. And I guess they like that, because I'm like telling them, I'll tell people like, you don't need these publishers anymore. I mean, it's okay to get published if you want to. But when you join these new publishers that's coming out the woodworks, and the first thing, they're going to screw you because they know that you're desperate. Mm-hmm. And they thinking that it's money in this. It's not. It's money in it, but it's like you got to like really learn how to finance your whole spectrum. Setting up how you're going to do this because you have family members. If you got kids, everybody's depending on you. If you got kids, you don't want to mess around with that. But see, I'm a single. I don't have no kids. I'm not married or nothing. So I'm able to do a lot of free stuff that other guys probably can't do because they have, wife and kids. But like I was trying to tell these guys is that start small, build your audience using the internet in the phone, excuse me. And it's hard coming out doing this stuff, but if you stick to it, if you really want it, if you really, really want it, you're gonna hunger for it. But the problem what I'm seeing now today, creators, is that they're not hungry. They're desperate. They want someone just to pick up their book. They feel like they don't have to promote it, nothing. The publisher take care of it. I'm just gonna kick my legs back and just get praised on the internet and get likes because I feel I'm with a publisher now and everything's gonna be all right. Then you see these guys, I see these guys all the time, they fall off from the wayside. They get with these publishers, and guess what? The next day you see them, they crying on Facebook. They took they cheated me out of money. They didn't do me right. You see this every time, man. Then you see the publisher, they'll fold, they'll put out some statements saying they're closing their doors because they no longer can afford to publish books. And you see these creators, they fall from the wayside. Or you see some that just don't learn from their mistakes from the previous publisher. They jumping on board to the next publisher. We're doing all these team books. And, it's like, then they get lost in limbo because, they don't want to do the work. They want everything done for them and they want it done fast. They think that the success is going to come to them, but it's really hard work, man. I mean, there's a lot of sacrifices that was made for what I did. Friends fell off. When I was, going towards what I was doing, and they come and leave, man. You start seeing a different spectrum start, forming around you because of, the progress picks up and the jealousy start kicking in, and you start losing friends, or you start to get subliminal message on Facebook. You see it all. I get it all, man. I get it all, but it comes with the territory when you succeeding. You know what I mean?
No, I definitely know what you mean. And you've gone against all the odds. You've gone against the pandemic. I fired on your day off for stealing boxes at retail hell. Like, going. And I've been watching that Kanye West documentary on YouTube. Is it part of the Chicago spirit to say the more you tell me no, the more I'm going to keep going?
Yeah, here in Chicago, the vibe of succeeding, the hunger, and all the stuff you go through here, man, like being broke, eating, you probably should be surviving on a pack of hot dogs and some, survival where you don't, you have no food in the house, you know what I mean? Like that, it all builds in you, man. Because when you experience that, man, like having your last dollar or having last $10 in your name, you know what I mean? All this stuff, it builds this monster in you. Like, man, I swear I'm not gonna let nobody stop me when I get on, man. I'm finna snap, And all that all what's happened to you in your life, it builds. It builds this. Uh, it builds like a. It builds like this character, this anger that's built, anger or talent, I should say. And you
I
got
like
all
that.
this anger, build a talent, and you just let it out, man. You just snap because you feel like, man, I'm not going through that no more, man. I'm not, I'm not gonna be eating a pack of hot dogs the rest of my life, or surviving on some Roman noodles, or because it get hard, man. It be hard. It was times, I didn't know when my last meal was coming, man. Every days I survived off a can of poker beans or some tuna. You
Oh
see what I'm
shit,
saying?
struggle
I
is real.
mean, it's part of the struggle.
So you mentioned a couple of things. I'm just letting you go because you got a lot on your mind, which I
Yeah,
appreciate. Um, you mentioned people having animosity towards you and jealousy the more they saw you keep moving forward with Agent Solo, with your other projects, Skytron, and now Violet Bird. Like, what are, if you can remember, some of the subliminal messages people put out there, and did any of them affect you, like on a personal level? Like, damn,
um,
I thought cool.
I got one time. I'm not gonna lie. Or it was one time I felt like I was shrugged. Doing this. It was like a black creators. I seen that. I don't think I remember. I approached that with you. Remember? And I can't you because I was upset about it when they named
Yeah,
the list of black new creators, and I was just snubbed. And they had a list of all these other black creators that didn't have a book out, or when the book when he was done, and they was getting praised for it. And I'm like, but here, man, I got like 4 books under me that succeeded, and they got these other guys all lined up. And some of these guys can't even meet deadlines. They work for Marvel Comics, and some work for Marvel Comics, and some of these guys had books that weren't even finished,
no,
and some kickstarts when they were fulfilled, and they praising these people, and I'm like, what the hell, man? But I realized, I said, you know what? You can't please everyone. Everybody's not gonna like what you do. They just not gonna like what I do, because I guess they feel like this guy's, he's surrounded by a bunch of other big names in the industry, and he thinks he's a high shot. Well, we're gonna let him know we're not gonna accept it, and I just shrug it off, man. For now, man, I don't even let it bother me no more. I just keep moving because same people who's getting praised for being these great creators fell to the wayside. You don't see them no more.
no, you
You know what I'm
don't.
saying?
Brought up
They
something
just had
very
a number one issue. That's it.
you do have a lot of relationships, or I say friendships, with people in the industry that have been working in the industry 10, 15, 20 years that have
Yeah.
worked for Marvel, DC. Do you think, and that really has separated you from the so-called black comic book creators groups? Because a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah, it
listen,
did. I mean, you just could tell by. I mean, you could just tell by how I was getting treated. Um, I get treated differently. Like I get shrugged, snubbed. Like he thinks he's all that. This guy thinks he is this and that because he's friends with Ron Liefeld and all these other great creators and stuff. And I'm like, man, I'm just a regular guy. The problem with me is I love to talk to people, and I treat people how I want to be treated.
yeah.
I don't go on, so I don't be acting like I'm a big shot man. I don't be going on act like this is a rap beef contest, like some of these how they be acting, like, yeah, I sold this much and I sold out and we doing this and we popping bottles over here. I'm not like that, man. I'm just a comic guy. I just love creating books and letting people enjoy them, man. And I don't have that attitude. I don't separate myself. I don't separate. I don't like saying these are just black comics and this are for black comics only. You know what I mean? I like to I create the comics for everyone, man, and I don't separate myself. You don't see me saying Agent Solo just a black hero for black people only. I don't single out no race, man. I make comics for everyone. And I think that's why I get kind of ignored.
Damn. I'm gonna have to speak up a little bit. A couple of people in the chat, they're like, yo, Danny Comic Book Guy. We can't hear you, so I'm gonna speak up. So Raymond, kind of gauge. If you can't hear me that well, definitely let me know. Okay.
Yeah, it's like you. I think you got that. Like I said, that microphone, man. You need that microphone because it's like you kind of low.
So what that means, we're gonna hear more from you. So.
Well, fire away, man. I got all day.
Right,
My Bulls losing anyway.
Well, the Bulls are trash. Come on now, the Bulls have been trash for what, a year? That's no exaggeration. Bulls are trash. I said it. So
whatever, man.
So the Black comic book community, do you think it would ever? And this is, I'm gonna get off the blackity black shit, but since it's February, is it still February?
Yeah, it's still February. One more day left. This is one last day.
So this is the last question. We're gonna get off the blackity black shit. Do you feel that if Black creators got together, they could emulate Comicsgate and have that same kind of success that they have? Or do you think it's kind of dead in the water? There's no unity in the community?
It could happen, but the problem is too many egos. And when you got too many egos, everybody want to be that captain of the ship. It falls apart because everybody want to be the boss. Everybody boss, man. But like I said, it could work. It can happen. But too many egos, when you got a lot of egos in the room, it's not going to happen. It'll fall apart because everybody wants that control. I've seen it happen before. And, it's sad because, everybody go where the money going. So one's not going to get their cut. That's the problem right there, the money. Because everybody the thing is money. And everybody someone's going to get jealous because they're probably not getting what this other person getting. You got a leader, he probably getting everything, and everybody else not really getting much. You know what I mean? So it's just a big mess because nobody don't know where the money going. See what I'm saying? That's why you're just not gonna have that, man. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I see a lot of people trying, but like I said, they can't even get past book 1. They can't get past. They can't do it. If you can't, the thing is with these people, everybody want to create comic books. The problem is they don't want to put the work in creating a comic. Building from the first book, they jump to all these other books, and it's just all over the place after that because they can't really point out what brand, what character is the top brand that is the title of their brand. They can't point them out because they got all these issue 1s all over the place with different characters, and team, all these teams and stuff. And this, that's why I say it won't work because people don't want to do that work.
No, you're right. Do you consider yourself a prophet? You came up with the phrase Facebook publishers. I kind of ran with it.
I should have trademarked that.
But you predicted the rise and fall of a lot of these publishers. Every time one pops up, you kind of dictate. You're like, hey, this is what's going on. This is who's involved. It's going to be over within 6-7 months.
Yeah, that's because I was taught by my friend. He's still my best friend, Michael McLean. And at the age of 17, he taught me the ropes. He took me on these conventions. He taught me. He was like, you see them guys over there? They're not gonna be around for a whole day. They're not gonna be around for next week. I said, why is that? They got good. He's like, because a lot of egos. It's just a lot of ego going on, and a lot of ego, and nothing. No books are not gonna get made. He said that they might make a few books, but they're gonna get burned out because they all in it for just trying to get paid and not trying to really have that passion to do the work. And like next convention went to. He said, "See, did I tell you what happened to me on that table with all them guys over?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Man, yeah." He said, "They gonna want them right now." Yeah, man. He came to the table. Yeah, man, we're not doing it no more, man. Such happened and all. I'm like, you just see it. You see it all the time. There's always that one. He got a book. Say for he got a book. Next you know, he on the petty. He making petty. He typing about his sorry something happened in his family. He not gonna be able to do the book now. You see that all the time. And people are courteous, man. They understand your problem, but you doing it all the time, then it's a problem. Because now they know that, hey, this guy never gonna finish a book, man. He gonna always keep coming about something happened in his family, or the cat got killed, or the dog died. Some people that's where you lose your fan base, because now they just feel like you can't get nothing done. You always coming up with all these stories about something happened to you.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Knowledge dropped. I got my crystals out for you now. But how do you, as an artist, you're a seasoned artist. I don't care. You call people pro artists, pro creators. You're a fucking pro creator. I don't care what you say. You're humble.
Oh, thanks, man.
So if I was an artist, I came up to you and I say, Raymond, critique my art. How do you do that and still motivate people at the same time?
Oh man, I love when young artists come to me, because I was before, and I always take my art to Rob Lightfield. I take it up to Art Blitz. I take my work to Brian Stelfreeze and all these guys, and they didn't shoot me down. And after they would say, okay, look, this you gotta fix this, that, create your own style. So at the same time, then I asked them, who do you like? Because, everybody likes someone, and, everybody got a favorite artist, man. Everybody got somebody that they influence them. So that's why I asked these young guys, who influenced you? And they tell me, I say, well, keep buying their books, study them, but make it your own style. That's what I tell them. And I also tell them, study storytelling. I tell them, draw everything. Draw a dog, cat, garbage can. Draw everything, because, you're in the business of storytelling, and that stuff's going to be in scripts. See what I'm saying? Oh, you got the artboard. See? You know what? I love your style, because it's very, I went to Illinois Institute of Art for 2 years. And your art style is what they be having hanged up in those buildings. I kid you not. I keep trying to tell you, your work will sell in those type of art environments.
You like
I like that.
You like those lips?
That actually lips there, man.
I just want to put you on the spot a little bit. We got a couple comments in the chat. BHND, friend of the show. They just said, what's up, y'all? How you doing? Subscribe to that channel if you haven't checked out BHNS.
What's going on, BHNS?
And I'm going to mess this name up. I know I messed the name up. I've been drinking. He wants to know.
Oh, man. The tipsy Indies guy.
He said, do you think folks lack patience in comics? Do you think folks lack patience in comics?
The creator or the buyer? The creators?
Let's go with the creators.
Go with the creator. Yeah, it's a lot of patience. Not they lack it because they want fast results. They're thinking that if they're getting with these publishers that they really don't know, they haven't read any contracts, they're thinking it's going to be fast because they're getting the books out and that publisher going to just market them, and they don't have nothing to worry about. Instead of, you got to promote your own brand regardless of who you with. Oh snap! You got the pimp afro out. Oh, show it. Dang.
I'm here to your soul.
Now you gotta be cracking up today, man.
Wait, hold up. Oh, he said both. He replied. He said both. So you covered the creators. What about the fans? Do they lack patience in comics as well?
The fans. The thing is about comic book fans is that it's something for everybody to love. The problem is they're not getting what they want. from the books that they love. See what I'm saying? They keep getting screwed over because that writer is no longer telling those tales that they love, because now they're just putting their own political uh their own political ideas into these characters, and it just really just making people unpleasant. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like the X-Men. The X-Men are just boring now. No, I don't know who the X-Men is anymore. You know, because it just made it into a soap opera fest. You know, it used to be fun. Now it's just a big mess soap opera. SJW mess. You know what I mean?
Okay, he replied, what does the audience want as a creator with a long history of books that you made? What do you think the audience currently wants in 2020?
Oh man, you talk. Oh what? Man, the audience want action, man. They want that 90s style. My books are 90s style. I ain't gonna lie about it. I mean, everybody tell me that, so I embraced it. My books are 90s style. Therefore, you're not gonna get no sleep book. You'll get straight up action, adventure, with a great story to it. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand is that it's different lives for different folks out here. That, comics. You got people who don't love superhero books. They love reality books like The Walking Dead or something. You know what I mean? They love stuff like that. They love drama. People that love like Love and Rockets. It's different aspects of people loving what they love. Is that they're not getting the great content of it no more. Like Vertigo. Everyone, people loved Vertigo. When Vertigo shut them doors, they had to scramble. They had to go to Image to try to get that same type of Vertigo readership. See what I'm saying? So Image do have that for them. Then you got Dark Horse, they have it too, but Image got more of it because it was more like underground indies now that they pushing now. That vertical type style of books. It's all about people just trying to find what they love now. And this is out there is that it's a big cesspool, but you just gotta find it.
You really do. You really do. Joe McPhee is in the chat. He's all
Joe.
We're doing the stream. He's like, what's
Joe
up,
in the house?
It's past Joe's bedtime.
It's 8:35 in Chicago. He still got no curfew.
Oh, old man. He got to go to bed. Joe McPhee, people think I'm critical of comics when I do reviews. He will spend 2 hours reviewing one comic book. He will spend 2 hours reviewing one comic book and tell them how bad they suck and call it an editorial review. Like, just say they suck, you save yourself 2 hours. But, okay, let's see. Here's another question. Do you think there is too much cross-contamination?
Crossovers in any books or crossovers in everything?
Haven't replied yet. Let's look at indies for right now.
I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this. As a reader, I really didn't too much care about crossover events like that, depending on what it was. Like, I could get with a Teen Titans or X-Men book. I could get with something special, but too much of it, you get sick of it because you're not gonna be wanting to follow all that, man. Who want to keep going? Okay, this issue 1. Okay, this issue 2 right here. Okay, this issue 3. Okay, this issue 4. It's 5. You be like, all right, man. Look, what is the story going, man? You'll get very after that. You just don't care for it no more because now the story is dragging now and you're getting tired of. You like, all right, man.
No, I know what you mean, especially in mainstream comics, because
yeah,
buy 16, 17 books.
Right. I just wait for the trade. Because I'm not going to go through that, man. I learned my lesson when I was 17. I got sick of the X-Men books because, all them Civil War, Civil Wars, you have to buy, out of the Civil War books, you have to buy like Spider-Man 18. Then you got to turn around by Captain America issue 34. And all this crap, like, nah, man, I'm not gonna go through all this shit. I'm just waiting for the trade to come out.
But it doesn't work on indie comics because of the output. You might get that first issue, never see any other issues.
Right.
That's why
Reason is a problem because nobody has established their character brand. Everybody just jumped in and did this crossover book, and the reader like, okay, who is this? You know, and who is this right here? And you know, you got like 20 some people, you got 20 some characters in a book, and you know, they just like, man, I'm just lost. I'm just, you know, they get confused after that because they don't know what these characters are.
Exactly.
You know, it's all about establishing first. You establish that one character, you put them in other stuff like Agent Solo. I had him in other indie books. But I think he was in there with Short Fuse. I think he's in another book. I can't remember. Someone that he asked, can they use him? And people recognize him like, oh man, that's in your character.
Back up. Why did you stop the Short Fuse Media? You had all the connections with the publisher. You knew a lot of the creators. Why didn't Raymond Leonard sign with Short Fuse Media?
Shawn Michaels a good person. Like I said, he helped me out with my first campaign. The Agent Solo one shot. The problem was it was no use for me signing with them because I was already doing what they was already. I was already doing what they were doing. Mm-hmm. So it was no use for me to sign with them because I was already doing all the hats myself. So why would I sign with someone that's just doing the same thing I'm doing already? Bingo. You know, now if they had like a diamond distribution deal, it would have been totally different. I would have signed, but it was nothing else. It wasn't no need for me to do that. You see what I'm saying? It was just one.
No, I agree 100%, and that's the problem. Goes back to what you said earlier about people being desperate signing to all these Facebook publishers because they can't do anything that the creator can't do for themselves.
Right. They don't want to do the work they want the work did for them. Like the thing is with people now,
prime time.
Like they want to come to you, like, you know, Diverse Comics is my publisher. It's just me and my brother. That's all it is. We did this because we got tired of getting the rejections and stuff, and we just got tired going to the Marvel line, man, and hoping that we was gonna get a dream at Marvel, and hoping our story was gonna be, hey, an editor hired us right on the spot at a Comic-Con. That shit don't fold. That shit don't work no more. Of looking at because the time it changed. You know, it changed over the times. Because if they wanted you, your name would be on this chartboard they had behind them, and you'll come back for your second interview at the convention. Man, I got tired of that shit, so we just said, man, let's just form our own thing to see what happened, and then, man, the success just kicked off, and people be thinking I'm this big publisher. I'm like, man, I work inside my crib. I don't have no office building, and there ain't no magic button that I press these books come out. I'm working straight home from home, you know, and I have to tell them like I can't publish a book because I'm just a small indie guy, you know. And see, the thing is, they want you to take on their burden because they don't want to get out here and educate themselves. And this is why they keep getting screwed over because they don't want to learn the education of publishing. They just want to draw these books and don't want to learn the business part of it. They just want somebody to take care of that for them. Then they'll blame you because the book ain't selling. Then they're going to try to say that you robbed them.
Yep. Quick. They will blame you quick.
Yeah. I see it all the time, man. Every day it gets like that, you know. Where I get with someone, okay, they're telling you they get you a diamond, right? And they got all these other publishers, all these other creators. Are these people really getting their books picked up in comic book shops through previews? Or is it just sitting in previews?
It's just sitting there.
See? And so why would you get with someone that can't do, I mean, you could do this on your own and probably see some money, probably. But when they got like 50 other guys, 50 other publishers, 50 other creators, What makes you think your book is selling and is not selling? Nobody's not picking these books up because you're not you're not forming no type of relationship with these comic shop buyers. See, I have friends that owns comic book shops that Bass agent sold on. They'll tell me, if you get this in previews, man, we'll order it, blah blah. And I'm like, oh man, thanks, but that's because I'm building relationships. And people don't understand. They don't want, like I said, they don't want to do all this work because it's a lot of work, man. I mean, if you really want people to buy your stuff, you really got to get out there and let them know, like, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. Have that nice, connection, talk to people, man, just to get to know what they're looking for in comics. You ain't got to, you don't have to cater to their needs. You just let them know, like, hey, I just do this type of book, blah, blah, check it out, and you might not never know where the relationship will go. Like, I made a lot of great friendships during conventions, and these people are like my family members. Really, they come on my wall, talk, make all these fan art for me, and I put it in the book for them. And I just like to make people happy, man. But that's what I'm trying to tell these new aspiring creators of how to, conduct themselves, and don't just depend on these other publishers because they give you whatever you look for. It's not going to come from them. It's not going to happen. You're just wasting your time, and they wasting your time,
That's real. Do you consider yourself an OG when it comes to the indie? Yeah, I'm saying it. Do you consider yourself an OG?
Well, if you want to consider me an OG, I'll take that because I've been doing this since I was 16 years old. Actually younger than that, but 16 is when I really started because I was taught. I was self-taught, but like I said, I bumped into these older guys at a convention. I didn't know no better. I had loose artwork carrying around. I had no old portfolio. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. They took me under their wing here in Chicago. They had a comic book school or a comic book class in college at this college. And my mom, only way I could go if I was to do my homework, then I can, then I could go to the class and draw these comic books. She's like, go ahead, go to your comic book school you go to, once I do my work. Cause I was young. And I didn't know around about I'm getting trouble by these two older dudes. And I didn't have to pay. They told my mom, they're like, no, he don't have to pay. And I'm like, you sure? Because, we try, no, it's something about him. He's more gifted. We want to work with him. And they gave me all my first work, man. They gave me my first short stories. Mike, at the time, Mike did not sugarcoat shit with me, man. Because when I say I was drawing like when I was drawing like raw light feel, man, Mike would make me cry. He would tell me that's trash, that's wrong. Oh man,
I like Mike. Mike.
He told me, he said, it's okay to like, but you don't have to draw exactly like him. You can do the corrections that he don't do. So he was just telling me all this stuff, and he's like, it's okay to know your influences, but also, you want to better yourself to be a better artist. So he teach you a lot of stuff, man, and he kept it real with me. He never told me, oh, this is great. Because the other teacher, Don, he wasn't really teaching me anything. He just kept saying my work was good. Mike wasn't like that. He was totally the opposite. He's like, I'm going to get you from Don because Don not doing that with you. He's just telling you your work is great. And I think that's another problem in this industry, in the indie creator community, is that too much people are being told they don't want to be told the truth about their work. They want to just accept a lie. They want you to just say, oh man, this is great. And really trying to really compete out here with a great book, your work gonna have to be good, man. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Because if you put your book with a Marvel book, what book you think they're gonna buy?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So I gotta make sure my work is good. So, like, if this was next to a Daredevil sketch by someone, Violent Bird, and I put that to the side of somebody else's, they gonna be confused because they're like, man, I like that though, man, I like this because I never seen that like this before. You know,
I want that.
you gotta up your game. You really gotta up your game, man, if you really want people to take you seriously. That petty buying stuff, you're not gonna feel good about yourself because they just felt sorry for you and they brought your book because they felt sorry for you. You don't want nobody to, you don't want to feel like that, man. It's like,
I've seen
that's like a
that
female just being sorry for
that
you.
happen.
You say what?
So is there really a comic book community of creators, or are we all competition?
Um.
Are we all the ops?
Well, now we the ops because you got some that do not accept you. They told me I could not be accepted because I'll draw like more mainstream, and they said this group not for you. You know, so you got groups out here that's like that, man. That they got like the safe haven that they was their work is not good, and so they all pat each other on the back. It's groups like that. Yeah, oh man, that's good. And it's looking like not to rag on nobody because, like I said, I don't talk about nobody's work, but when your work is looking like a third grade level, and you sit up here talking about some you could compete with Marvel and DC, you playing yourself. You playing yourself when you're talking like that because now your work like it's third grade level. There's no way you can sit up here and say, yeah, my stories and stuff is better than them, and my work is good. Then people are like, oh, let me see your work, and it be like a third grader drew it. And you be like, are you serious right now?
I'm feeling a way about my artwork right now. No, I'm just playing.
No, man. No, I'm talking on some serious. I'm talking on some business serious stuff.
No, but you're right because people don't want those critiques. They do not want those critiques.
Right, they don't want them.
You can't grow if everybody's telling you you're good. You can't.
Exactly. Now, it's just you don't want to be told the truth.
Let's talk about March 14th. Let's talk about March 4th. You're launching
March 4th, the relaunch of Violent Bird Vengeance Strikes issue 1.
All right, so who is Violet Bird? Why should people, decide, what? Let's check this campaign out. Tell us about the character.
Violent Bird.
But I can't hear you now. I think he's frozen.
Bad Girl, the whole Bad Girl craze books. Remember those?
There you go.
Books like Razor and Nerex and all those type of books that came out. Witchblade and you had all these type of Bad Girl books coming out. And I was just a fan of it, man. The TNA and with the big swords and the blood all on the tits, and it was just fun, man. And I always wanted to do that, so I finally got to do it with Violent Bird, and if you like Kill Bill, Hit Girl, stuff like that, this is what Violent Bird is all about.
Nice.
Is a book about she at the time she was a young girl. She witnessed her parents. Her parents was big time lawyers, like Johnny Cochran and stuff like that. Yeah. And they was finna shake down. They was finna take down this big mafia, and everybody was involved in that. You had some crooked politicians. You had crooked mayors and all that. And they was finna get ready to take it down in court. But people, this is real life. This really happened in real life. You hear like how people get assassinated before they go to court, and telling the witness and all that. So they made sure they was killing off anyone who's testifying, including they was able to get to the lawyer's house, which is Siobhan Jarrell's parents. And they made sure they whacked all of them off, but she ended up surviving. They didn't see her. They kidnapped her sister, and the little sister kidnapped her. But she with us all this at the age of 14. So, as Black people, we suffer from a lot of trauma when we see
Oh,
murder, gunshots, anything, police busting in the door. We suffer from that. So she suffers from a lot of trauma, and she just finally, this trauma just build up in her. She got all this anger in her, man, and it finally just, she finally just had enough, and she wanted to get revenge. So, she she uses this revenge as dressed up as this bird, like a bird, like a violet bird, like purple. She got all these samurai swords and stuff. She's hunting these guys down. She hunting them down because she just want that revenge, man.
so
It's like a Kill Bill book. I mean, I really love it. I think I created this in a pandemic. It really was supposed to be out of the press, but they try to play me with a contract. They won't give me my contract because I took it to my I have an agent and all that stuff, lawyers, and I kept asking her for my agent kept asking her for it, and they didn't want to give it to him. They didn't want to give it to him, and I was like, well, I'm gonna have to pull away. I'm just not gonna give you these 5 pages. Y'all not giving me no type of contract to sign. You crazy?
exactly.
And so I just took it, man. I took those 5 pages, built out the 5 pages, and made me my own story and everything during the pandemic. I inked it, penciled it. They got some colors to color the book for me, and I had a book within that draw the
Which
pandemic.
reminds me, what you're known as an artist. What made you decide this is the story that I want to write personally? I don't want anybody else touching this. I want to write this story.
Well, you know
What
what?
made
At first, I did. I wanted to get a writer, man, but it was during a pandemic, man. Everybody was hungry. They wanted to get paid. And I didn't have all that. I ain't had no PPP loan, man. And you know, you know, and it's like for these ridiculous prices to write the book. And I was like, you know what? Let me just I'm just gonna write this on my own. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna get motivated. I watch a lot of Kill Bill. I watch a lot of these vengeful movies like The Punisher. I watching all this stuff because I wanted to study this stuff. I wanted to study what I was writing because I'm writing about a person, and I want people to feel her. I want them to feel this pain she's going through. And so I watched all these different types of movies. I watched Law and Order. I watched a lot of shit, man. And I wanted to put all that what I was watching inside in this book. And and that's why I did what I was doing. Like I wanted to write. I said, I was going to go ahead and write it. It's a pandemic, man. I ain't going away. I'm just going to write the story. And I wrote it. I was surprised that I wrote it. I was like, oh man, I did it.
So do you think the world is ready for a Black female bad girl comic? Because I haven't seen it before, and I hate putting that black in front of it, but I'm only mentioning it because we have not seen that before. Do you think the world and comic book fans are ready to accept a woman of color as a bad girl? And do you think Black women will accept this?
I think they will, man, because okay, first of all, it's different. Yeah, it's bad girl, bad woman, what do you want to call it? But I want to show them a real empowerment of a Black woman. She owns her own law firm. You see what I'm saying? She's very powerful. That what people don't understand is that a lot of rich people, they might seem rich, but they go through a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Even though they got all this money, don't mean that they can't, they have these problems, man. Like they be going through some things, people don't know about, because they keep a smile on their face, they hide it. You know what I mean? So you'll see that. You'll see her talk about it in the book. I got her like explaining that in the book, about because she suffers from all this trauma she's going through. What is her parents getting their brains blowed out at age 14, man? It's
that would mess us up.
Yeah, who's that?
Oh, I said seeing your parents' brains being blown out will mess
I
up.
mean, yeah, I mean, that's some, because there's high profile lawyers, high profile lawyers, man, and that's what come with that will come with the territory, you know, um, dealing with prosecutors like that, and you finna shake down you finna shake down the whole entire, people who are involved with a mob,
So
you know, they gonna want you. Somebody gonna want to silence you for that one, man. They're not going. They're like, oh
exactly.
shit, my name in there. Oh hell no, they gotta die.
That it's known across the world that Chicago, Chi-Town has a lot of crime. If you continue beyond this story that you have here with Violet Bird, do you think you will touch upon some of those stories, things that have happened?
Repeat that one again.
If you continue with Violet Bird, since there's a lot of crime, a lot of murder, a lot of killing, a lot of it goes unsolved in Chicago. If you continue with Violet Bird beyond this story, do you think you will touch on some of these things that are going on in Chicago?
Yeah. Actually, that's in the first book. The first book, when you see them pages and stuff, you'll see it. I don't want to get too much away, but you'll see that the problem is that she's a vigilante, and she's going around, she's killing all these type of people. But you know how it is. Police they really don't want that. Even though some people don't, they see it as, hey man, something need to happen because because y'all not getting it done. Some people like
Exactly.
what she's doing. Even though she's a lawyer herself, but you know, something's got to be done because the crime's out of control. But she's doing something about it. She's taking these guys out, man. But her main focus now is to hunt down these people responsible for getting her parents whacked. And so she's going after them. She's a very powerful black woman. She's got her own law firm. You know, she's a big name like Johnny Cochran. But at nighttime, she goes on these. she's on the prowl. Taking these people out. No holds barred. She
Nah,
kills. It's not. The whole thing about superheroes don't supposed to kill. Shit. Not this type of woman, man. She don't. It's either judge or jury. But some of these guys need to be taken out. Need to be erased, man. You don't want. They don't need no jail time.
heck no. Now you mentioned she had a sister that got kidnapped.
Yeah,
Can you
that's
maybe talk
overplot.
about that without spoiling too much?
Um, I can't really talk on that. I got a plan for that. It's a plan. It's something. It's a plot open for it. It's a plot open for it. I don't want to talk too much. I sketched a lot of stuff out with the story. I left. I used I actually used the Chris Claremont method. I left open plots for other stories to be told. You see what I'm
Nice.
saying? Because what a lot of people do is when they try to create these books, they're trying to tell all these big arc stories, and it's not gonna never happen. Especially when you ever talk about you finna do 11-page saga. There's no way you're gonna do that. So what I did was I know there's gonna be a 2-issue book, but I made sure I left some open plots
Yep.
because you can always go back and tell more stories of it.
What thing I want to know is your main baby, Agent Solo. What is the big difference between him and Violet Bird?
Um, Agent
Character
Solo's more he really more of a mission type guy. He goes by the book. He plays by the book. He's more of an agent. He's like this bionic agent. He plays more by the book of things. He doesn't kill. He doesn't kill. He just don't kill on demand because he can. He more of a I play by the book type of guy. He plays more like like how Captain America is, but
Yep.
he plays more on the book level. He can lose control Well, you snap, but even when he plays it safe,
Mm.
Valen Bird, even though she's a lawyer, this high class lawyer, she's got this dark side that she feels like the system let this person walk. He doesn't deserve to be walking, and she gonna take him out. She's like the Punisher, man. She's like the Punisher. She just like this killer, man. She just kills.
She's like, get this, yeah. that, yeah. Do you have any future stories in mind where they team up or fighting? They end up on the wrong, opposite sides or anything?
What's that again?
Do you have any plans to have them cross over in the near
Um.
future?
Oh yeah, man. It's like I said, I grew up watching how Stanley did his characters, like with the Marvel team ups that I love so much. Like with Spider Man and the Thing. You know, it's always stories you could tell like that. And I mean, that's always in my mind how I would love to tell a story of them and Guytron and stuff like that. It's always been his tales to do that because I always want people to enjoy the characters for what they are. Like like I said, Violent Bird believes in you know justice, like real justice that today's justice system is not giving people, like
Yep.
bad police and all this stuff. you know, she believes in, she does, like I said, she's living these two double lives. She's living as a lawyer, but then this dark side of her, what she does, she gets rid of these people that she prosecutes. She erases them, you know, and it's like, is it a problem? Yeah. And I want to make sure I address that. It's going to be like, she's going to have other cast that have been like like a Shrek and stuff like that, supporting casts and stuff. She's just not going to be running around reckless. But in these two books, it just really focus on, just the character Violent Bird and what she's doing just in this particular two issue story. But there's always plenty more stories I could tell, because, I got so many stories you can tell, but I just wanted to just have fun with this one.
One thing that I don't even know if you thought about it, but you're writing in this Violet Bird book, because I know her parents get killed in front of her, is you're writing about the PTSD within the Black community and how we cope with it. People say Black women are angry, but they're dealing with PTSD. But Violet Bird, she's taking that PTSD and she is dealing with it by, well, I hate to say it, killing. Like if she was like, you
Yeah,
know what, you deserve this. She's not a serial killer or anything, but she's on the side of right. She's on the side of justice, but she's also the jury and executioner. So, do you think was it an intentional thing to deal with the PTSD within the Black community with this character?
yeah, yeah, because I feel like it's not being talked much about. You don't really see a lot of characters being made like that. Everybody's just making these Wakanda characters, Everybody want a Wakanda character, in African land and the king and all that, but they don't want to talk about the real problems within what's going on in the community. There's a lot of PTSD going on, man. I'm talking about the police are really kicking in doors, with the guns out, bro, and people are traumatized after that, man. I mean, they all messed up in the head. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
I just feel it's not being talked about. It's not a character really created like that. That suffer from this stuff. So I think I'm doing something different in that aspects of the part because I'm here. I'm telling you a character that got PTSD and in her pouch that she has her meds in there
Her what?
because yeah, like her medicine, like her
Mm.
pills to help her cope. She had like in a pouch. That's what she has in those pouches. Where people want to know because I just want to make sure stuff is more work for what how I draw her. Like Reese got the pouch because her medicine there because she started flipping out.
Oh, damn.
So, there's a lot of stuff, you want to make this stuff interesting as possible, You want to make it, you want to put some realism in there because she's got this problem, man. And she has her meds like everybody else had their meds, and she has to take them. And she don't take them, it's a problem.
All I know is I saw a picture of Violet Bird from one of the pages in the book. She was at a costume. She had on, like, I guess, a business suit, and it was like a little short business suit or whatever. She was looking kind of all right.
Oh yeah. Well, they say about the crazy women,
Did
It's
you
always
follow
the fat ones that got little problems,
Thank y'all for the thumbs up. What's up, Eric? Joe McPhee still hanging out.
What's
We
going
got
on, Joe?
Silverbolt. What's up? Thank you for the thumbs up. We're talking about Violet Bird, which is coming out on Indiegogo March 4th. I got it right this time. I will put is it a mail order list that they can do?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mail
I'll put
order
that.
list. You sign up for the mailing. You sign up for the mailing list. You get a free sketch card, line art sketch card of Valenberg with your perk. And I'll be shutting that down pretty soon because it's a due date, and people can get it in. They go ahead and get that in and get them a free sketch card with their books, man. I want everybody to get the book, man. That's my whole goal. This was gonna be different from all other campaigns I did. I'm just gonna really make this about the book. I'm not really gonna do a lot of gimmicks and all this other stuff. I just want everybody to enjoy this book. It's gonna be like I said, I got a Ron Frez side exclusive cover. It's a sideway cover that he did for me. He's one of my best. I call him Uncle Ron. Uh, he surprised me. This is during the pandemic, man. He surprised me in my email. He said, "Ray, I got some for you now. Remind you, this man drew Agent Solo for me and sent it to me. I still got the original and everything, and I still haven't got it inked yet and color. I said I was gonna do something special for it, and I was going to send him a print of it or a cover or whatever I choose to do with it. And he said, "Man, I just love your character so much, and I did this. I just want to do this for you, man." And he said it. And he did it. I'm like, here I am at 1:00 in the morning, looking at this man send me this Violent Bird draw he did for me, and I'm like, Ron Frez just sent me the drawing of Violent Bird. He told me he like her, and I'm talking to Ron Frez in the Facebook chat. Come on, man, it don't get no better than that. It don't get no better than that.
I'm jealous.
I love all my comic book heroes, man. They say that be careful with your heroes; they'll let you down. But none of my comic book heroes let me down. I guess I'm lucky. I don't know, but like talking to Larry Stroman. Larry Stroman called me up through Facebook, and I'm thinking he made a mistake. I'm like, hello? Yeah, this the Agent Solo guy. That's what he said. This is the Agent Solo guy. I said, yes, the Agent Solo guy. And it was just awkward. It was just like, wow, I'm having this conversation with Larry Stroman. And he was just telling me how much he was happy for me. And we were just talking about comics and art and everything that was on Larry's mind, man. We were just talking about it. And I was like, wow, I'm having a conversation with Larry Stroman on the damn phone. Facebook.
I saw that picture of you and Larry together from that convention.
Yeah. Man, he told me some crazy stuff, man. It was funny though. Like he was security. He said he enjoyed security more than anything because he was able to go inside people's heads when they get out of order. I mean, it was just funny. And
I met a few years ago at a convention in Texas. He looks like Lawrence Fishburne, but an older version. Well, they're probably about the same age. I didn't realize how tall and built this man is.
Yeah, Larry's pretty tall and he's pretty built. And
that's the first person you will ever meet. has stories about Kirby, about a lot of these old school
Yeah, I said
on. He was saying,
I was right here with Larry, and people was just bringing Larry all of these X-Men books, all these Legion books. And do you know Larry did not charge neither person for a signature?
no, he doesn't. I was at a convention with him.
He was just a nice kind of guy. He's like one guy tried to get him. He tried to get Larry. I mean, this guy had a lot of money on him, bro. And Larry's like, no, no, I'm not charging for no signature, man. Just give me your books outside them, you know. And it's really sad that people take advantage of the creative people who buy their stuff and got you charging you for a signature because you got these eBay flippers out here that's flipping books, but it's not your fault.
No,
And just to see him do that, man, the love he be showing, it was just phenomenal just to be around him like that. So,
that teaches you how to treat your fans. He will sit there, and I've seen this in action myself. He will sit there and talk to people like he can have a line full of people. He's not worried about that. He's giving that person in front of him his undivided attention. I respect that. I respect Larry Stroman and Steve Rude because they are very professional. I've seen them treat their fans like fans and like, hey, y'all want to go to dinner after this? Okay, let's go get something to eat. These are the type of people they are.
Yeah. It's just like I said, I'm fortunate to be able to talk with these people that influenced me as a kid, man. I wouldn't, I'm not part of the industry posse, but they treat me like I'm part of the industry posse. It's just that they tell me all the time, they're like, Ray, they tell me, Larry Stroman told me, Ron Lifer told me, they said, man, I don't know, it's like, dude, you're phenomenal, man. I just don't know what to say. You go online and people wait for you to come online to talk to you and all that. Like, yeah, I just, I was like this in school, though. When I was being grad school, I was getting in trouble because, I was the artist of the class, and people, they wait for me to come, and I'm drawing all their favorite characters, Ninja Turtles, Thundercats, and all that. And I know I just love to see people happy, man. I like to talk to people, man. Some people might be going through something, man. If my work make them feel happy, I'm happy with that, man. That will make my day, man. I don't be trying to win brownie points and that. Like, I just myself. This is where I'm at.
Now you're a humble person, and people respect that. They respect it. You appreciate if somebody does some fan art. You treat it the same way if a pro artist does art.
Yeah, I like to put their books. I like to put fan art in my books because, man, they worked on that, man. I mean, they took their time out and drew my character, man. Not Marvel's, and they took that all that hours, man. I'm gonna put it in the book, man, and I'm gonna show them some love. I'm gonna show them some love with it. I always do it. I love doing it, and every fan art I get, that's why I say, man, let me know where you from, your name. I put it in the book. I got so much of it now. It's just like it's crazy now. I'm like, oh, this fan art. Damn, I'm gonna put this in the next book. Because that printing kill you, bro.
Hell yeah, it will. I talked to you many times. I'm like, Raymond, stop the story. You're like, no.
Yeah, I know, man. I got a problem with that, man. I'm like, all right, I'm trying, man. This Age of Solo issue 4 book gonna be crazy because I think I'm at 30 pages right now. I think I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop it at 30, man, because I can't go no farther than that. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I just gotta ink it now, man.
All right. Speaking of rapping, we've been here for an hour. We need to start wrapping up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up because I'm getting drunk and tipsy.
Oh, really? I'm like, y'all can't even hear me as it is, so.
Yeah, you gotta get that microphone, bro. But I'm quite sure they can hear you.
Back to Violet Bird, because I want people to come out and show love show us that you showed us the original artwork you were working on. Can you show us a few of the pages real quick? Tease us.
Shit, man. I don't have the I don't. Oh man, I just got Agent Solo because I was working on Agent Solo today. I don't have that, but I just got. I was working on a lot of original sketches. I can show you those. Cause
Yeah,
I,
show us those. Cause
cause
you said we
like
can.
these, like people be getting stuff like this with their perks. Like I'm gonna have the original artwork perk. They better these are 8x11. This did on Bristol. This is
Nice.
ink. It's mixed media with with Indian ink and it's white is ink washed. This one as well. Can you see that?
Yeah,
Can you
we
see?
said.
So it's stuff like this. They're gonna be because I can't have this hanging around him. I got too much drawings going on. This one right here. This is dead.
That's the one I saw the other day. I'm like, damn, I love that.
Yeah, you get one of. I want to make sure everybody get a one of a kind original artwork from me, man. I want to be one of a kind, something that's valuable to them. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I get a kick out of it because it's a new character, and here you have your original character sketch of her. Who doing that? Who's giving you that? Who's giving you that
Nobody.
in the Indiegogo right now or a
There's nobody.
Kickstarter?
They're doing it.
Nobody's not doing that. I'm giving you original artwork, man. Come on, with a comic book, come on, man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, son.
Stop playing. Yo, son, what do you think of? What do you think of? I'm trying to phrase the question right in my head. I've had a little liquid. Uh, why? What has been a response from women that you've shown Violet Bird to and told them your plans for her? What has been the
Oh
response?
man, they love it, man. They love it. They love it. I have Shantae Nelly. I'm hoping that we can get this done. Shantae Nelly is a cosplayer. She's a black woman cosplayer. She's very known in the cosplay industry. I got her as Violet Bird, and I was where we were. I want to get her on an exclusive cover for people to get at this campaign. So I got my finger crossed. She just hit me up saying that she's gonna be taking the pictures real soon. So the time when I get those pictures that you'll see it, you'll be able to get that cover as well. You'll be able to get that exclusive Violet Bird cover with Shantae Nelly on it. And I'm also have her in the bio in the book because she's a very multi-talented, beautiful woman, man. And she's, we're friends, and she works so hard. And I want her on the cover of the book. She's so excited. She showed me the outfit, the suit, and it just she teased me with the suit. I didn't see all of it, but she's like, I'm ready. I just can't wait, man. It's gonna be fun. I just want to make this whole campaign fun. Or you're gonna get these exclusive covers, and you're getting a good book, man. It's 26 pages. Of just a good read, man. Because like I said, I did this all in the pandemic, and I put a lot of stuff in there that when you read it, you really understand where I'm going there with this book. You're gonna be seeing a lot of. You're gonna be seeing, the detectives in there. You're gonna see the news. I kept it like how Spawn used to come with all the news face heads. Yeah. I kept those. I put that in there like a tribute, but not those newscasts. It was my own thing. You might spot a face in there. I put in there of a famous person. I put his face in there for jokes. Because I used to get in trouble drawing people at work. Well, I ain't get in trouble, man. I just have people laughing at them, drawing them and posting them on the thing. I was always good at that. So I made sure I put that in there. I just had a lot of fun with this book, man. Like I said, I'm glad
looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm very excited, man. I'm very excited for it.
2 more questions for you.
Yeah.
One, because I know you nitpick about this. You hate when people do this. I already know the answer, but the people don't know the answer. So I'm going to ask you the question. Is the book fucking done? We do not want to wait a year, 2 years for this book.
Yes, my books, look, I always tell this to people who buy my books. My books are done. I don't bring nothing out if it's not 100% done. This book is 100% done. It's just got to get lettered and it's done. Kurt Hathaway, he's known. He's the commando letterer. You know, Kurt Hathaway, he worked for Image Comics. You know, he did a lot of these lettering for Marvel. He did a lot. You know, he's a veteran. So when he letter, he links like wow, like that. So you know, I have no problems. That's gonna get done. But the book is done, so you ain't got nothing to worry about. I hate that,
Nah,
man. I hate when people do campaigns and that makes it sound like the book is done, but the book is not even done. They got you waiting decades and decades, and you got to the point you forgot you didn't back the book. You don't even care no more.
nope.
I see a lot of that, man. But nah, my books are done, man. It's done. That ain't got to worry about.
I'm excited. Well, I already knew the answer, but I'm excited for the
That's
campaign.
okay.
I'm excited for March 4th because I think this is going to be a very important book, not just for you, not just for Diversity Comics, but for the independent comic book industry. They need to see a book like this succeed on all levels.
Yeah, I want them. I want people to experience. I want them to experience something like if they went to the comic store and discovered the Ninja Turtles. Like when I went to the comic store to discover stuff, I wasn't never told. You know how they do it now. Buy this book from Marvel Comics, or when you could just walk up at the comic store. Like, oh man, what is this? You know, I want people to discover that, and I want to be a part of it, and I want them to enjoy this book. I want feedbacks about it. I want to know their intake about it. I want to know what they thought about it. It's set up like I said. I set it up like a movie, like I did, like when I was watching Kill Bill and the Punisher movies and all that. It's fast paced. It's not going to put you to sleep. I don't like. That's just me. I hate books that drag and it puts you to sleep. Like you really getting tired of it now. I hate those type of books. I'm more of a fast paced action type guy. Get straight to the point. And keep it going. You'll notice that when you read this Violent Bird issue 1, Vengeance Strikes. The reason why I named it Vengeance Strikes because it's about vengeance. It's about a woman who's suffering from PTSD, and she's out for vengeance. Man, they killed her moms and parents and stuff. So she's out for some Rambo type shit.
Damn, how graphic is this book?
Oh man, it's graphic, but it's not. It's not Charles Bronson Death Wish type. But when they always had them rape scenes in the Charles Bronson movie. No, I made sure I didn't want it like that, man, because I have to keep in mind that it's rated R. But when you got these comic books out, you gotta ask yourself, what if a parent or a child would pick this book up? But I gotta let them know, hey man, this one right here, this kind of R, this rated R. Now, Agent Soul and Geistron, they can get that. That's okay. That's free game. There's not too much violence in there like I would have in this Violent Bird book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's another thing I understand with people, when they doing these books, who they giving these books to? Because some of these books I had got, man, they got some strong porn in there. I'm like, I know y'all ain't giving these to no kids, man. I be looking at some of these books and even these same people talking about something. They giving it to the comes for the kids. And I'm like, how they for the kids? You got this girl giving straight up dome in the book, man. What's going on here?
Hey, what book was that? I want to buy it. No.
Yeah. I think you should be honest with people about these books. Like, this is rated R. This is not for a kid. This is more adult material. Like Violent Bird, that's adult. I wouldn't sell that book to a kid. I'll be honest with the parent. Like, yo, I know she might be a black woman and all that, but this one really for adults. I'll be honest with people. I wouldn't just sell them just to make a buck.
Exactly. All right. So finally, where can they find you? Where can they find Violet Bird on March 4th? How can they show love? How can they check out your other
Oh
books.
man, you got that. Or I guess you get the link from me. You put in the description if you want to. But they can put in the search Google Violent Bird. Violent Bird issue 1. It should come up in the search engine. Unless you can click on that. What's in there if you want to. Or if you share them the link, you can. But yeah, just look me up on Google, man. It's Violent Bird issue 1, Indiegogo, and it'll come up. You'll see it.
Also, your website. I see it. You already got it.
Yeah, that's my website right here, everyone. You can look at my work on my website here. That's going pretty well. I also have plans of getting people on my books and stuff. So I'm working with a Comics Wellspring right now to set that all up, so it'd be easy for people to get my books. Once campaigns are over, they probably can't get to the campaign, whatever. They'll be able to go on Comics Wellspring, order the book, and get it in the mail. So everything's going so fast, man. It's like, man, I need an assistant or something. Because I just can't do all this by myself, bro. But I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful because people are still ordering the Age of Solo books, and I'm just very thankful for a lot of this, man. I mean, it's so unreal. I'm really enjoying this. I do this full time. I don't work retail hell anymore. This is what I do for full time, And
I can't wait to read that comic book, The Adventures of Raymond at Retail Hell.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I got so many skits for that, man. It's gonna be funny, man. It's gonna be funny, man. Stuff I encountered, man, as a cashier, bro. Have you ever counted 100 pennies with a long ass line?
I worked at 7-Eleven. I did that.
Man, I was so pissed. And the lady was like, she knows she was wrong, man. I want to take the bitch's neck inside her head with him. I said, man, you serious right now? That's what I told her. Are you serious? Because, man, my line was long as hell. I worked at Sam's Club, bro, and it was a holiday season. I'm up at counting 100 pennies, and quarters and dimes and nickels.
I used to get cussed out if the EBT machine was not working. I got cussed out daily if the EBT machine wasn't working.
Man, I don't miss nothing. I mean, I miss working with the people. I worked with some good people. I worked at Toys R Us. I worked I worked at some good jobs. But this is that I enjoy working with the people, but dealing with them bosses and stuff. I dealt with a midget boss that was mean to me, very mean. Yeah, truth.
Right,
It's gonna be in the book. It's gonna be in the book.
They're gonna cancel your ass.
Man, she was mean to me though, man. This midget was mean to me, man. Like one time I was posted by one of the owls. It was a slow day. I did not see that. I did not see her coming up around me, man. She came out of nowhere. She behind me. What are you doing? I looked down. I'm like, nothing. Shit, ain't nothing to do. That lady was just mean to me, man. That midget was mean to me.
What did you tell her? You don't like small talk? Is that what you told her?
Man, this lady was just mean to me for no reason, bro. She was just mean for no reason, man. A mean little midget.
Give that lady a hug. Give her her flowers and apologize.
Well, the funny thing about it, I think she got mad because I laughed because the little girl told her mama that she wanted to play with her because she thought she was a doll, and I laughed. Man, I'm just gonna be in my retail hell books, man. I told her I got crazy stories for days. I got crazy stories for days. Trust me on this. Trust me.
All right, this is Raymond Leonard, Violet Bird, March 4th.
March 4th, people. Indiegogo, please support. Get your book. Get you some original artwork. I'm gonna make this one fun for everyone. I really want you guys to all get a book, man. I'm doing this for the arts, man. I'm doing this for the culture of indie comics, man. Some good quality indie comics. It's not no rush stuff. I'm giving you some great quality here, and I just want everybody to get it. Check it out, man. If you got Age of Solo, you know how I get down. You know how I get down on pages. There's no cookie cutting here. I'm giving you that 90s style. Throwback feel, You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you that action in your face. You know what I'm saying? That flow. Just man, rock with me, man. Come check me out, man. Come
Definitely
support
check it out.
Violent Bird, man. Real talk.
March 4th. We're gonna see y'all. Don't forget, like, subscribe, check out Raymond's website. Come back March 4th for the campaign. You're gonna love it. We
Yeah, so
out.
look me up on Facebook too, man. I'm on Facebook. Don't reach out, man. I like to talk to people and all that. I'm not no snooze and nothing like that. I don't snooze people. Reach out to me, hit me up. If you got any questions,
Hit him
look me
up
up on
on
Facebook.
Facebook. Ask him where he got his toys. He loves that question.
Where I get the wonderful toys.
All right, we out.